Hi, it's Travis White with Persuasive Communication Tip of the Week. We've talked about body language and the importance of body language in communicating during a presentation. Today, let's talk about tone of voice, and I have an exercise for you. Tone of voice is very important in delivering your message. The way you say something will convey meaning and will convey context and will convey an interpretation that may or may not be ambiguous. So you need to learn to control your tone of voice. You need to learn to manage the inflections in your voice. We all know that if we say a sentence that rises at the end, that inflection conveys the idea that this is a question. All right? There are many other ways to use your tone of voice to convey contextual meaning and grammatical meaning as well. So I'm going to say a sentence, a 5-word sentence, and I want you to think about tone of voice, and then we're going to ask you to do an exercise with this 5-word sentence. And this is a very simple sentence, but as you'll see, there's 5 ways to interpret it. It can be very ambiguous. And the sentence is simply, and I'll try to say this as evenly as possible without inflection, the sentence is simply, what are you doing there? What are you doing there? Now let's demonstrate 5 different meanings for that same sentence. First meaning is, what are you doing there? Second meaning, what are you doing there? Third meaning, what are you doing there? Fourth meaning, what are you doing there? Fifth meaning, what are you doing there? 5 different meanings from 5 different words. The context, the tone of voice is very important. So what I'd suggest you do, take this sentence, dream up other sentences like this, and talk to your colleagues, talk to your friends, and say, I want to practice my tone of voice. I'm going to say this sentence. I'm going to say it emphasizing different words. I want you to tell me what your interpretation of that is. So if you say, what are you doing there? It's a question about place and position. Why are you there as opposed to somewhere else? What are you doing there? It's about the activity. Why are you doing that as opposed to something else? What are you doing there? It's about the person. Why are you here as opposed to someone else? So think about these kinds of sentences, practice your tone of voice, work with a colleague, say, I'm going to do these 5 sentences, or these 5 words in a sentence, and I'm going to focus on different inflections. You tell me your interpretation. If you get a high consonance, a high rate of agreement on what you think you're saying and what the person hears, then you're a master of tone of voice. All right? That's the Persuasive Communication Tip of the Week. See you again next week.